I'm Meredith and welcome to Collectionmas 2024, where I do one of my collections every day for 24 days through the month of December. If that sounds like something that interests you, please remember to hit that subscribe button down below. Hitting that subscribe button costs you absolutely nothing and means so much to me, so I hope you'll help me out. Today we're going to do my Chanel wallet on chain collection, which has grown this year and is getting kind of large. But I love the Chanel WOC. I have done a whole video on why I believe the Chanel WOC is one of the most versatile and I guess still worth the investment bags. I'll link that video down below. They are getting very expensive now. But I just love my WOCs and I use them all the time. So I find them really usable and really versatile. I also have quite an extensive Chanel mini collection, which will also be coming as part of this Collectionmas series. But I don't know, I think the WOC is great, especially for travel. And I don't know, I just love the WOC. I love my minis as well. And they're really quite interchangeable in terms of size. But the WOC just gives you a bit more organization of your stuff, and you don't have to carry a card holder, which is always really handy, especially for me who hates to change her SLGs. I'm useless at it. All right, let's do my Louis Vuitton advent calendar first. So, this is my advent calendar that they gave me last year that I had not unboxed. I said I was going to keep it for this year, and let's open the next window. If I can, oh God, there we go, open that. And it is this one, so let's, there we go. Oh, it's a Christmas decoration, who would have thought? So let's get that out. And so it looks like this, and it's got a little paper clip on it so you can pull it together. So let's take that off because I'll need it in a minute. And these are really quite cool. I love that I can take them down and repack them flat, which is handy. Oh, struggling with this one, Meredith, God. And we have a beautiful Christmas decoration. So I'll hang that on my tree over here. It's looking good. So yes, I'm loving this advent calendar from Louis Vuitton. I wonder if they'll do one this year. Probably not because they did one last year, but they're very cool. All right, let's do my Chanel WOCs. I'm not going to do them in any particular order because honestly, I don't remember what order I bought them in. If I remember anything about them, I'll tell you guys. But some of them I've had for a while now and some of them are new this year. All right, so the first one is this Chanel 19 WOC. I have had this one for quite a while. I loved this because of the graffiti pattern on it, and it's so bright. It is a fabric, so you do need to be careful with it, but it has the Chanel 19 details in that chain across the top, and the CC on the front is very reminiscent of the Chanel 19. And then if I get it out, so things I love about this one are the pink interior that they did. They did a pink lining on this, and it's got the real chunky Chanel 19 two-tone chain. So if you've got a Chanel 19, you'll be familiar with this chain. The Chanel 19 chain is always two-tone. Well, I shouldn't say always. They might have done a single tone one at some point, but for the most part, the Chanel 19s are known for the two-tone chains and them being really quite chunky. The best thing about WOCs, of course, is that they go cross-body, but they can also be shortened if you want to wear them in other ways. So if you want to wear it as a shoulder bag, you can, and if you want to wear it as a clutch, you usually can put the chain on the inside and it not take up too much room. The Chanel 19 one has such a chunky chain. You could do it, but it takes up a lot of room in there. So if you want to put your phone in as well, you might struggle a little bit, which is sad because if you just want to take it as a, I've just got that caught. If you just wanted to take it as a handheld, you could, but that chain does take up a lot of space on the inside. So I guess it depends on what else you need to carry in here as to whether or not you can get away with it being like a little top hand, like a little handheld moment, or even a little clutch moment. So yes, generally speaking, you don't have that issue with the chains of the WOCs, but the Chanel 19 obviously is known for that chain detail, which is quite chunky. So, you know, take the good with the bad. But I just love how bright this is. So that is my only Chanel 19 WOC. Yes, it's definitely my only Chanel 19 WOC. I also have a reissue WOC. So WOCs do come in different styles. Chanel 19 WOC, I think they do the one with the moving chain. What's that called? Can't think of it. Somebody tell me in the comments down below, where you can move the, like press the little button on the ball and it moves up and down. Can't think of what that's called. And they do a classic WOC, and then yeah, they don't, I feel like there's other styles and I'm forgetting. Anyway, I have the reissue. This is one that I've had for quite a while. It's traveled with me extensively. It's aged calf skin in black with the antique gold hardware. The reissue is great because the lock actually goes through the hole, so you can know that your stuff is more secure than just a press stud. The chain on this is all that aged gold hardware, which I've traveled with it. I've used it extensively. Aged gold is not my first preference for hardware, but this has traveled so well. It has the burgundy interior that is known in Chanel. And for anyone who's interested, the WOC has 6 card slots in there, and it does fit your phone, which is awesome. The aged calf skin, some people are nervous about it. You know what? It's pretty durable. I've battered this thing. It's been to several countries with me. I've worn it through airports, and I can't even see scratches on it because the aged calf skin, it's crinkly anyway, so you really don't notice. I don't have any corner wear on it, but yeah, I'm good with this. This has gotten wet in the rain and dried fine. So if you're looking at aged calf skin and you're not sure, I can't fault it. I've found it always to work really, really well. But yeah, this one I have loved and is well traveled with me. So that's the reissue WOC in the black aged calf skin. So my next WOC is a classic design. So this is a classic design Chanel WOC, and you know that because it's got the press stud. And this is generally what they do in WOCs now. This is in a metallic, and I call it a unicorn finish because it's got all these different colors in it, and it's very, very cool. And even the hardware on this is in many different colors, and yeah, I'm like a magpie. I'm drawn to bright and shiny things, and this is very much bright and shiny. It is also silver on the inside, so they carried it all the way through, and even the chain is in like this whole unicorn finish, so it's constantly changing color all the way through the chain, which is very cool. The hardware on the actual chain itself is silver, so they didn't carry through that multicolor hardware, but I feel like that would have been a design choice based on the fact that the multicolor hardware is known to chip over time and lose that effect. So to do it on something this small, it's fine, but to do it on a whole chain, you're likely to have quality control issues down the track. No cracking on this. The metallic finish on it has held up really, really well. I haven't had any peeling or any cracking, which you sometimes find on metallic pieces, but this has been great. And I just love this mermaid unicorn type finish. I've got several bags like this. So yeah, anytime I see it, I'm like, oh, I want that. I'm drawn to the bright and shiny always. So that's my next WOC. We then have a plain red caviar WOC. So it is just plain red. Nothing overly interesting about it. It has champagne gold hardware. It is in the caviar. So Chanel caviar finish is pretty durable, I've got to say. And it's generally my preferred choice for a finish, the caviar. Although like the aged calf, I really can't fault it. So I prefer this kind of finish to anything else, just because it is so hard wearing and you don't see as many scratches or as much wearing as you would in like a lambskin finish. So this is just plain red on the inside, and it has the chain, which has got the champagne gold hardware. So these chains are thinner than you would find on a classic flap, but I don't mind that. And for me, the most important thing is that it goes crossbody, which a classic flap does not. So yes, I do love the finish on this and the color. Like, I don't wear a lot of red, but I also don't have a lot of red handbags. So this is handy if I do need a red handbag, because honestly, I'm trying to think of options that I have, but in all my collection, I don't have a huge amount of red. So this is nice to have. I have red minis, but yeah, I guess all my reds are Chanel's. Are they? I think all my reds are Chanel's. There you go. Chanel winning the red wall. The next one is this one, which is in a lambskin, and I bought this because it's pink and it has a yellow interior. So this got me, first of all, because it's pink. Secondly, because it's got this hardware, which is like this purple metallic finish, and then it's got a yellow interior. So this won me over all around. So you can see the hardware there is like a metallic purple, and it is a smooth lambskin, but when I open it up, yellow, and I love that. This does have the multicolor hardware all the way through. So I don't know if they just made a choice on this one that they were going to give it a go and hope for the best, but I haven't had any chipping so far. So yes, one of the rare ones where I have hardware in multicolor, which makes it super cool. But yes, all yellow on the inside, which I love. It's, I guess pink and yellow always go so well for me, like pink and green, pink and yellow. I really feel like they're colors that kind of always go well together, and they've even carried it through to the pocket on the front. So I've had this one for a while as well. I don't use it often, but I definitely use it, and it's just such a pretty pink. So that's my next WOC. And then we have my wedding WOC. So I had a couple of bags for my wedding. This was one I wore with my actual wedding dress. I had a second dress that I wore for my reception, and I took a different bag, but this was the bag that I took with my actual wedding dress. And yeah, I bought it not knowing it was going to be for my wedding. I just loved this pearl finish on it. It's so stunning. It's once again bright and shiny, but it's got this beautiful pearlescent finish to it. And I bought it long before I got married, and I was just waiting for the right occasion to wear it. I'm like, my wedding is the perfect time to wear this. It went beautifully with my wedding dress. I didn't carry it a lot with my wedding dress. My photographer probably carried it more in his backpack than anything, but it was just stunning. And it's got silver hardware. I carried it as a clutch on the day. I wasn't going to do my crossbody with my wedding dress, but it has this beautiful bow detail in the chain, which makes it so, so pretty. So yeah, definitely one that is never, ever leaving my collection, because I wore it on my wedding day, and I am incredibly sentimental, so I could never ever get rid of this bag or the other bag I wore on my wedding day or any of the shoes that I wore on my wedding day. My wedding dresses are packed away. Like, yeah, I'm so sentimental. My husband hates it because every time we move house, he has to move a whole heap of stuff because I won't throw it out. So that's the next one. This is one of my favorite WOCs. This one gets probably more use than any of the others, even the one that I traveled with extensively. This one is also a travel WOC. It has also been on all the same trips as that one has, plus more. This one is my favorite. Is it my favorite? It is. It's my favorite. Oh, it's a hard choice. It's the most used. Let's go with that. The color, first of all, fabulous color. The finish on this makes it the most durable WOC, and so usable, so easy to travel with. Generally speaking, pretty weatherproof. And yeah, it generally goes with so much in my wardrobe, especially when I travel, because pink is my color, that it always just works. So it's got this camellia pattern through it. It has a very fine caviar finish to it, which makes it so durable. It has gold hardware, champagne gold hardware, and yeah, it goes with me all the time. I carried it in New York when I was there. It just, yeah, easy, my most used. It has these beautiful little camellias in the chain. There's 2 of them. And yeah, it's just a gorgeous, gorgeous wok. I have seen this finish in the black and it doesn't do as much as the pink. And I have never seen another pink one come up on the resale market, but this is never going anywhere. I use this so often. And in a handbag collection as big as mine, I have over 400 luxury handbags. Considering how much this one gets used is just amazing, because yeah, when you've got a collection as big as mine and you've got as much choice, to continually gravitate towards a simple wok says something about the bag itself, but it just goes with so much. It's so easy to use. So there's that one. So this is my Paris wok. I bought this in Paris last year when I was there, from the Rue Cambon store. So they were showing woks and they brought out a few, and as soon as I saw this one, I'm like, oh, bright and shiny. It's got a metallic finish to it. There, I was there. It's got ruthenium hardware, so like almost a grey hardware on it. It is lambskin, but this metallic shiny finish on it in this navy blue, it was just, yeah, I was sold as soon as I saw it. It does carry through to the chain, the ruthenium hardware. But I love that this is my Paris bag. So once again, sentimental. So is it going anywhere? No, because it's my Paris bag. I got it from the Paris store. And that was the first time I'd ever been to Chanel in Paris. So this is very special. And I'm hoping, I'm getting back to Paris in 2025, and no doubt I will go back to the Rue Cambon store and buy other things, but it's always an experience to buy Chanel in Paris at the Rue Cambon store. So that is their mothership, if you will. But yes, it's very, very pretty, and I love that it has fabulous memories attached to it. My most recent wok is this one. It is a black caviar wok with silver hardware, which does not make it overly interesting, but makes it super usable. So I wanted a black caviar wok with silver hardware for a really, really long time. And they had come up and I'd looked at them, but I'd been buying other things at the time. When this turn lock came through, so it's one of the ones where you can thread it through and do it up for extra safety. They released these this year. Like, they'd done them previously and then they disappeared and they'd moved to just the magnetic closures. But my sales associate had sent me pictures of the turn lock, like this turn lock, in other colors. And I said to him, if you get one in black caviar with silver hardware, I want it. I want that one, because I'm planning to switch this out for that one for travel. Just because I prefer silver hardware to gold, and I sometimes find that gold hardware really, really polarizing for my outfits when I wear so much white gold and platinum. So yes, I was desperate to get some silver hardware, and lo and behold, one came in and he sent it to me and I was like, okay, yep, it's time to pull the trigger and actually get the black caviar wok. So it's not the most exciting of woks, but I am happy to have ticked off a wish list item. My phone rang and I've forgotten where I was up to. Anyway, so this also has the burgundy interior. I haven't used it yet, so I've still got the little cards in there in the card slots. But I do love it when Chanel do the black with the burgundy interior, because that's their thing. But yes, so simple, plain black wok in caviar leather and silver hardware with the turn lock for extra safety, which is great for when you travel. I'm happy. I'm happy to have ticked off a little wish list item this year. So yeah, that's that one. Next is a very infamous color from Chanel. This is the emerald green from the 18S collection. This emerald green is super, super hyped, and there was a while there that it had such a premium attached to it. I bought my emerald green pieces, and I have a couple, at a time when they were ridiculously hyped and super expensive. I will probably never recoup my money that I paid for this wok or for the other piece that I have, but that's okay because I don't plan to ever part with them anyway, because I love this green. It's so beautiful. I feel like 2018 was the last time they did caviar on the minis, but they have continued to do caviar on the woks, so, and also on the classic flaps. So something to keep in mind, if you do want caviar leather, you're not going to get it in a mini from the store anymore, but you can still get it in the woks, which essentially hold the same amount as the minis. So important note. But this green, oh my God, look at this green. It is just the most stunning green. It has champagne gold hardware. I did buy this from Rod at the Lux Theory because I didn't buy it in store, and he helped me get it. So beautiful chain on it. It still has all its little things in there for the holes. I've used it once, but I took a card holder with me, so I didn't actually take those out. I'm holding on to them, but it's just such a beautiful color, and it was so hyped and so coveted. I do still want a card holder in this, but I just haven't been able to find one. So one day I will also get a card holder, and then I'll have the 3 pieces from this 18S emerald green that I really want. But it's so pretty. If I show you all the Mona Lisa pocket on the back, this really doesn't hold anything. It'd hold a parking ticket, which is generally what I use it for, and nothing else. But it is cool that they still put the little Mona Lisa pocket on the back of the classic ones. And this is a classic design also because it has the magnetic closure. So that's my 18S emerald green. And then my last wok is a purchase from this year, which is easily the most stunning I have. This wok is in Galusha. So Galusha is stingray. So yes, it is technically an exotic. In Australia, stingrays can be fatal. So Steve Irwin. So yes, it is an exotic, and if you don't like exotics, I'm sorry, but I love this finish. So you can tell it's stingray because it has this spine detail here, which is a little bit raised, and that is reminiscent of Galusha. So you can see it there, it's just raised. But look at this disco finish. It's been shined up and just done in the most stunning design. I saw this, I think, on Instagram, and I sent it to Rod and said, oh my God, I want to own that one day. And I think he worked on getting me this for months, like many months. And then he made contact and said, hey, I found you one. It wasn't a bad price. It was pretty much a decent price, but Chanel haven't done exotics in several years. So I feel like they haven't done them, certainly not in the 2020s. I feel like maybe 2019 was the last time they did an exotic, but they don't do exotics anymore. So this is an older one. It does have the turn lock from when they were doing turn locks before. And it's all just grey on the inside, but the finish on this is stunning. And if you love this finish, Fendi currently have Stingray Galusha in pretty much exactly this finish, this amazing multicolour beautiful finish on baguettes. So if you love this, Fendi's cheaper than Chanel by a long way, and it is the same finish in the same Galusha, and just on a baguette, a mini baguette. So I've looked at it and I'm like, I don't really want to buy that because I have this and they're literally the exact same finish. But if you love this, go check out Fendi because it's in store for the holidays. But yes, one of my favorite woks because of the finish. It doesn't get as much wear as, say, my pink one does, but it's definitely, the finish on this is everything. So that's my last wok. So I have 11 Chanel WOCs at the moment. Does it bug me a little bit that it's not an even number? Yes, because I'm a little OCD and I would like 12. But I am sure there will be another WOC in my future at some point just because I love the wallet on chain so much and I use them so often and I just find them to be the most versatile bags. They're getting ridiculously expensive, like the black one. the plain black one up there that I have recently bought was just off 6,000 Australian dollars, which is insane, insane for a wallet on chain. But they're usable. They're so usable. And I have never found another WOC which is as good as the Chanel one, though I have tried. I have tried most of them. There's just something about the Chanel one that's better, and I really hate that because they're so expensive, but there you go. So there are all my WOCs for today. If you've liked today's video, please give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button down below. It means a lot to a content creator when you hit that subscribe button. Please also hit the little bell notification so you know when I upload videos, which is at the moment every single day. I'll also throw up my Instagram handle for you so you can follow me over there. I put lots up in real time, lots around my collection and my day-to-day life, so please come follow me over there. I hope wherever you are in the world today, you are having a fabulous day, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye guys.